My father warned, "You'll come to regret severing ties with me." That came 3 months after I had blocked his calls, sent back his letters unread, and quit showing up to family meals where he'd display me as evidence of his superior fathering. I was 24, employed as a legal assistant, and at last prepared to end the charade. The trigger wasn't explosive, merely 24 years of minor wounds that had drained me completely. He'd claim recognition for every success I achieved independently. When I finished university with highest honors, he informed everyone about the learning routines he'd supposedly taught me. He never acknowledged skipping all parent-teacher meetings while expanding his advisory business. When I purchased my initial vehicle using funds earned from dual employment, he assured kin that he'd guaranteed the financing. He had not. He'd in fact attempted to dissuade me, claiming I lacked sufficient maturity. The final straw occurred during my younger sibling's marriage celebration. Father delivered a speech praising his role in nurturing accomplished offspring via strictness and elevated expectations. The guests burst into cheers. My sibling's expression drained of color. Both of us understood the reality. Father had expelled him at 17 for his sexual orientation, only welcoming him back 2 years on when my sibling had already established an independent existence. Following the event, I discovered my sibling weeping in the lot. "Why do we allow him to continue this?" he questioned. I lacked a reply that evening but possessed one by dawn. "I've finished with the facade. Do not reach out to me anymore." His reply arrived instantly. Long passages on familial devotion, disloyal offspring, destroying connections, followed by the warning, "You'll come to regret severing ties with me." Half a year went by. I began counseling. Discovered terms such as narcissistic source. Began comprehending why I'd navigated 2 decades cautiously around a parent who regarded my victories as his individual awards. Then my sibling phoned. Father had received a diagnosis of early-stage Alzheimer's. Advancing, relentless. Mother cannot manage solo, my sibling explained. She's inquiring whether you'll assist. I encountered them in the specialist's waiting area. Father already exhibited symptoms: disorientation, frustration, instances where familiar items escape his recognition. When the physician inquired about his network of aid, my mom indicated us. His offspring will ensure he receives top-quality treatment. The physician detailed the deterioration. In time, he'd lose all memories, require assistance with fundamental activities. "You'll require alternating supervision plans," he noted, directing his gaze at my sibling and me. I collected my jacket, rose while discussion continued. "I'm sorry I told my mother, but I cannot participate in this." My father's gaze sharpened on me. "You cannot simply desert me," he declared. "Relatives do not operate like that." I reflected on every occasion I'd required his presence. Academic functions, medical stays when pneumonia struck me at 19. The evening my university partner attacked me and I'd phoned home in tears. He'd been occupied without fail. "You're correct," I responded. "Relatives do not operate like that." Then I exited and returned home by car. My sibling rang afterward, furious at first, then merely exhausted. "What option do I have?" "Inform Mom I'll aid in locating a center," I replied. "I'll provide monetary support, but I won't appear to perform caring child for a parent who never truly acted as one." The center forwarded progress reports. Father worsened quickly. Occasionally he'd inquire about me. Occasionally he'd weep, bewildered as to why his child refused visits. Whenever that familiar remorse attempted to resurface, then I'd recall his speech, his revised messages, his non-appearances. He passed 8 months on. At the service, attendees neared me bearing judgment in their expressions. "Your dad spoke of you endlessly," they mentioned. He felt such pride. I simply acknowledged with a nod, allowed them to retain their delusions. I possessed something far greater. I possessed reality. I possessed serenity, and I regretted nothing at all.